Good day to you gods and goddess out there. It's Tajiri Smith. And have you ever been doing everything right? You know what I'm saying? Putting all the work in, everything is just going how you planned it to go, everything is going how you expected it to go, and then something just comes up out of nowhere. Like, has that ever happened to you? Are you in that situation right now? Like, just think about that, because that can be real traumatizing, or not. I'm not gonna say traumatizing, but like discouraging. That's the word I'm looking for. It's traumatizing too, because like if you're doing everything right, everybody say you do everything right, put the work in, everything will go how you want it to go. Like, and then it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, that could be traumatizing, but then at the same time, it can be discouraging. And when I say discouraging, it's like, man, I'm doing everything right. I'm doing everything that everybody tell me to do, and then now adversity still coming my way. Like, it sometimes it don't make sense. And my freshman year when I was at Kansas State, my goal was to play. My goal was to be an All-American. Me and my boy Deuce Vaughn talked about it all the time. I'm like, bro, I want to be a freshman All-American. He like, me too. And like, we put that work in. And, I would go up there all the time. I'm watching film with my coaches. I'm studying the playbook. I'm putting in extra work. I'm getting right in the weight room, things like that. And I'm just like, it's going to work out. So, boom, we get to the season. And like me and Deuce, or I think it was like me, Deuce, and my boy Felix, we were like the only ones that were even on the field as freshmen. So I'm like, man, everything's going how I wanted to. We got game one. I think I got like 2 snaps. I think I got like 4 snaps, and I was like real mad about it. I'm like, man, what the world? I got 4 snaps. I got 1 tackle. I'm like, I'm getting some production at least. So I think we get to game 2 against Texas Tech, I believe. No, game 2, I don't think I really played like that either. I think it was game 3. I think I played special teams in game 2. Game 3, I think we playing Texas Tech. Well, we were playing Texas Tech, and this was my first time to shine. Like, I done put in all this work. I'm like, man, so the first 2 games, I felt like I should have been playing more, which I was going through a little bit of what do I call it? Situational adversity, right? I wasn't getting what I wanted to do at that moment wasn't happening. Like, my coach wouldn't start me. He's like, I'm young, I can't trust you yet, TJ, blah blah. So I'm going through situational adversity. But the good thing that I did in that situation was, okay, I just kept putting in work. And I knew my opportunity was going to come. I didn't know it was going to be this game. And we playing Texas Tech. And we down, like, we just needed a spark. I'm not going to lie. My coach kind of put me in the game. And I came in and I had like 7 big hits. Like, up the turn, I swear. I got film on it. I don't have film on all the hits, but I had like 7 big hits. I was definitely turned. And, I kind of, started getting more playing time after that. But what was crazy was, like, everything I wanted to happen was going right. Like, everything that I wanted to happen was happening. Everything. And I'm like, I'm putting in all the work. I'm being positive. I'm doing all the things right. And then we get to game 4. I think we played TCU. We beat TCU. It was another good game. Like, and my coach is telling me, like, the next game you're going to start. Like, this is what I'm hearing from my coach. This is what I'm hearing from my teammates. Like, TJ, your time next. This is what I always wanted. I wanted to play as a freshman. I wanted to be an All-American. Everything is going right. And I'm like, there's no way I'm not finna get what I want. So we got a bye week after the TCU game. And we in practice. And when I practice, I go full speed. I don't really know how to, like, I don't know how to change gears. So we in practice, and I play safety, so I'm running down. And if you ever play safety, or if you ever seen it happen, you running from 20 yards away, 15, 20 yards away, full speed to hit somebody. And that's how I was. I was like a missile. When I locked in on somebody, boom, I'm running full speed to hit them. And we in practice, and the running back has the ball, come around the corner, and I run up to him and kind of like throw my shoulder into him, like, boom. So I throw my shoulder, and I'm kind of out of control, and I just landed on my leg wrong. It was crazy. I landed on my leg wrong. So it happened. I'm limping off the field. I'm like, man, what? I knew it didn't feel right, and I just fell to the ground. And you know that kind of pain where you get up or like you about to throw up. Like I could feel like I was just finna throw up. I was in so much pain, and I had later found out that I tore my ACL. You know, on a bye week, right before the week I was about to start and do everything I said I was gonna do. Like I couldn't believe it. Like I was distraught. I was all the messed up words. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time football had ever been taken away from me. And I'm just like, man, like there is no way. Like I did everything right. Like how come? Like how did this happen? But what was going on was I was going through physical adversity, which is when something physical or you go through some type of illness in your life. Like this just happens, but not just physical, but I didn't understand that adversity was inevitable, and I didn't understand how it was going to transform me. Even when I went through my situational adversity, I learned through that. Like before I even started playing, like when I wasn't playing, I learned from that. You know what I'm saying? And then I eventually had some more situational adversity later on in my career that I didn't handle the right way, that I still learned from, right? That's the thing about adversity. You learn from it and you develop resilience. Like a lot of the things that I got from my trials and tribulations, I wouldn't have got if I didn't go through them at all. So, you know, when I tore my ACL, you know, this was crazy. I'm like, man, they telling me you got to have surgery. Your season is over. Like, I'm sitting there, it's all coming fast. I'm like, there is no way this is happening. My season is over. I got to have surgery. So this is my first time having surgery. We get into the room and the doctor telling me everything. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hear nothing. Like, just do it. So I think I had to let the swelling go down, and 2 weeks come, and it's surgery day. And I go in there, I get the surgery, and, you know, the surgery felt like it was 1 second. It was crazy. I'm like, bro, no way. The surgery felt like 1 second, and I wake up, and it was on. The next day, I had treatment. You know, and it was crazy. I couldn't flex my quad. I couldn't move it was my right leg. I couldn't flex my quad. I couldn't flex my hamstring. I couldn't flex my calf. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't do nothing. I was on crutches. You know, I'm messed up. And I'm like, man, like what? And luckily, me personally, I didn't see no hope. I'm like, there's no way I could play football again. Like, this is over. And I had some great trainers around me that told me, like, it was Mindy and Simeon. They like at Kansas State at the time. They like, TJ, you got this. Like, it's other people on the team that just went through this. And like me personally, I'm like, I ain't worried about nobody else. Like, this me right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they encouraged me. They gave me that encouragement that I needed. My teammates, of course, everybody gave me that encouragement that I needed to like let me know that I could do this. So once I knew that I could do it, you know, that gave me the faith like that I needed. And then it was on to do it. I always had that work ethic. You know what I'm saying? It was work. It was work every day. Like, pain through the pain. I knew some days I was gonna walk in there. We had this thing called the BFR. They used to call it the best friend machine. It was your best friend because it got your legs strong, but it wasn't my best friend. You know, we had double box step ups. Oh my gosh, double box step ups was crazy. So it's a box like at least 4 feet high. I don't know if I'm over exaggerating, but yeah, it's like at least 4 feet high. And we got 15, 15, 30. That was the reps on the BFR. 15, 15, and 30. So I'm like, we got the BFR. I'm like, man, I'm not for this today, but I came in every day with that mindset of, you know, I'm gonna get 1% better every day. I'm going to do the things that I need to do. I'm going to recover, like, because I knew my end goal. My goal was to get back on the field. What I thought I couldn't do in the beginning, it now became my burning desire. So I did everything I needed. Some days I knew it was going to be pain. Some days I came in there and cried. Some days I was exhausted. Like, sometimes I didn't have it in me, but I still found a way to go pull it out of me. You know what I'm saying? And going through that whole process, you know, I learned a lot. And I'm glad I did. Like, I carry a lot of those things with me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the resilience that I got from tearing my ACL was crazy. I learned so much about myself. I was able to step outside of football a little bit and learn more about life and like I said, more about myself that I wouldn't have done if I was so immersed in football still. You know what I'm saying? I had to develop some emotional intelligence. I had to learn how to keep my emotions intact. I had to learn how to just do what was needed to be done. Had that discipline to get up every day and do what needed to be done, not what I wanted to do. Because there was a lot of days I didn't want to get up. But I had that discipline, like, you know what, TJ, I decided, like, I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to get to the end of this. And, you know, it all paid off. Like, I stayed consistent, and it just made me a better person. Like, the qualities that I got were crazy. That's what I like the most. Like, of course, it made me stronger to play football. It gave me more awareness to kind of protect my body, don't be so out of control, you know what I'm saying? But the qualities that I got that I could carry into life were invaluable. Like, everything that I learned through football, it still applies today. Like, that injury, I can still apply that to my life today. And now I know how to get through physical adversity, right? I know that sometimes everything might not go your way or how you plan it to go. I learned that through that situation. Even if you're doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I look back on it, even when I went through the physical adversity, and, you know, people can say I couldn't do nothing, but before that time, I didn't take care of my body how I should have. I wasn't recovering. I wasn't getting in the cold tub, things like that. So I learned that about myself too. And I was able to use that and carry it on for the rest of my career. I started taking care of my knees. Something I never did before. Something I never had the awareness of doing. I'm taking care of my knees every day, right and left leg. You know what I'm saying? And it just helped me. So when I tore my ACL, it definitely transformed my life, me as a player, everything. Like, that was one of the best things that could ever happen to me during the worst times of my life. Like, in my opinion, that was one of the worst times of my life on that scale for me, because I had played football since I was 5. That was my first time not playing. Everything was going how I wanted to go. I wanted to be an All-American ball. Everything that I wanted was forming, and they got taken away like that. And it was like a test, like, do you really want this? And I had to build myself back up from ground zero to get back to where I was at. And I ended up playing, I think that was my freshman year. I played 4 more years of college. You know, I was fine. I never had any more knee problems. I think my last year, I had like a fracture in my knee. It was so crazy. I don't know. Football is crazy. But yeah, I had like a fracture in my knee my senior year, but I didn't really have no other problems. I carried everything I learned from that, started taking care of my body. I don't know how I just did that, but I started taking care of my body, things like that. And yeah, like, tearing my ACL definitely transformed me. And a lot of people get into a dark time during that, but, you know, it's a time to learn about yourself. You know, figure out what you love about life other than whatever sport you play. And it don't even gotta be, you might not even be playing a sport. Like, hopefully you didn't tear your ACL just doing something regular. I hope you didn't tear your ACL just doing something regular. But, you know, that's kind of how I handled some situational and physical adversity early on in my career that I just carried on for the rest of my life. And, you know, if it didn't happen, I could say I wish it didn't happen all the time, like what could have happened, but I wouldn't be the person that I am today if it didn't happen. So, you know, just embrace your challenges. Like, things are going to happen in life. It's a part of it. But if you embrace them and learn from them, now you can use what you learned when something else occurs. Now, when something else occurs, it might be easier to handle. You have some different awareness that you didn't have before. You know what I'm saying? So just face things head on with that growth mindset. Like, I'm gonna learn from this, I'm gonna get better from this, and it's all gonna pay off for you. And you're gonna look up and you're just gonna be a better person through your trials and tribulations. Like, if I would have never tore my ACL, like I said, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So our adversities are the reasons for our success. Period. So, you know, just embrace them. You can do anything. Nothing is bigger than you on this planet. Nothing. We are the biggest. You know what I'm saying? So have a great day. I hope y'all like this video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Share it with everybody if you feel like it can help them out. And I appreciate y'all. Love.